everyone. This is Elliot Serrano for the Chicago Red Eye and Geek to Me, coming to you from the UIC Pavilion, where we have the opening of the Windy City Rollers Roller Derby season.
Season 6.
Season 6, and I am joined by...
Well, I'm Val Capone, public enemy #1, and I have been a Windy City Roller since day one.
Wow. So tell me, I have spoken to other roller derby competitors, some that are still competing, some that are just starting out, some that have retired. Tell me, what do you think are the qualities that, well, what is it about you that keeps you going?
My insane love for all things derby, but really what it breaks down to is you have to be dedicated, you have to be an athlete, you have to have the passion and the drive, because we do this for free. We do this just for the love of the game. We're not hoping to be on a Wheaties box anytime soon. We just love to kick ass and play roller derby.
You've been doing this since day one. How did you get started?
Right time, right place. A guy that I worked with when I was cocktailing, and I was a door guy that just happened to be a girl at a rock club in Wicker Park, 4 a.m. bar. He said, "How do you feel about roller derby?" I said, "Well, I love it, but there's none in Chicago." And he said, "Well, there are these two girls that are trying to start it up, and they were looking for good-looking, badass broads, and you were the first person I thought of." So here I am, almost 6 years later. So, yeah.
Now, you have been voted fan favorite here in Windy City.
Yeah, it weirds me out, and it blows me. I mean, it blows me away, because I've had a fair share of injuries in my 5.5 years, almost, starting our 6 seasons, and so it amazes me and it humbles me to see how supportive the fan base is. Because I was voted game day fan favorite in our first season. But that was when we were new and things were very different. It wasn't the same athleticism. It was more show and spectacle. So as you can imagine, at 218 pounds, I'm a brawler. And so I had to change my style of gameplay, and it kind of felt like the game was surpassing me, but eventually I got back into it. And the fans were just so supportive, even through all my injuries. And yeah, I got fan favorite. It still blows me away. I haven't even told my dad yet. I can't wait to tell my dad.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll find out right now.
Oh,
okay.
I hope so.
And tell me, what's the general, the day-to-day routine for us roller derby girl in Windy City Rollers?
Okay, well, you spend at least 2 to 4 hours a day answering emails and doing sponsorship and attending meetings, and that's just the business aspect. I mean, it really is a full-time job. But then you have your minimum of 2 hours a day of practice, plus there's all the cross-training and boot camps. A lot of girls do yoga. Some of our girls, my captain, Beth Amphetamine, Ada Hatelace, and now Di Richmond. And,
I'm sorry, what was that name again?
Beth Amphetamine.
I love the names.
Yes.
I love the names.
And Ada Hatelace, Wreckin' Shrew, and Di Richmond, they're all on the Manic Attackers. They all do trapeze. So they keep, it's insane. They hang from ropes, and I'm like, that's fine, I'll just block you, that's fine. I'll stay on the ground, I'll be a weightlifter, that's what I'll do, it's fine. But I mean, for example, I almost said her real name, but Dee Monica is a personal trainer, and she's on the Fury, and she runs our boot camps, and she kicks your butt. Like, she's my trainer, and we do weightlifting 3 days a week together. And my personal goal, and she's down there with me, one-arm push-ups. So, I mean, there's a lot of athleticism.
You do one-arm push-ups?
Yeah, when my shoulder's not separated, I sure do.
I can't do one-arm push-ups. She does one-arm push-ups.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work. We have practice anywhere, twice a night for 2 hours a session. You can go anywhere up to 4 to 5 nights a week. And our All-Stars do 6 nights a week. Wow. Yeah, and, we only get... Well, I was on the B team, the secondary travel squad, so we got 5 weeks off this summer. The All-Stars got 4 weeks. I think the rest of the league only gets 7. So it is a year-round activity.
Now, I've been told that it's different being on the travel squad as opposed to just rolling locally.
Right.
Tell us a little bit what the difference is like. I hear travel squad, you have to be really dedicated.
Oh, yeah. You have to be dedicated. They're the top skaters in our league and some of the top skaters in the world. The flat track roller derby movement originated in Austin, Texas, but it expanded worldwide. It's now 400 leagues all over the world. So these girls are the best skaters in our league and some of the best skaters in the entire world. They go to practice, like I said, 6 nights a week. And what it is, a lot of people get confused because there's no other sport like flat track roller derby, which is why it's so awesome. And it's, it's hard to explain. Well, home season, travel season, da-da-da-da-da. So what I tell people is we have 4 teams here at home, the Hells Bells, Manic Attackers, the Double Crossers, and the Fury, and they make up the Windy City Rollers, which is our league. But once our home place ceases to happen at the end of June, they combine to make the almighty Voltron of the Windy City Rollers. And they form as one giant team known as our All-Stars. And they are #1 in the North Central region and some of the most badass skaters in the entire world.
Okay, so you say that you do this, it's a labor of love.
It is.
Kind of doing it for free. How do you support yourself?
Well, I always tell people, they're like, so you get paid for roller derby? And I say only in bruises and memories. But really, you know, it is a full-time job, as I said. We're all on committees and things like that. But I earn my paycheck being a beer vendor at Wrigley Field.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
Go, go.
So if some guy gets out of hand, you could, you know, just...
Oh, easily. You know, I never have to worry about it. And actually, some of the guys come over and they're like, hey, roller girl, Capone, fix this for me. And I can change a keg in under 5 seconds.
Okay, so single or you got a boyfriend? What?
Yeah, there's a Mr. Capone. I have a derby widow.
Can you kick his ass?
I would never do that. Yeah, it's great because, you know, you really do have to have the support of your friends and family. And we do have a terminology in flat track derby called derby widows, actually in all of roller derby, bank track as well. And basically it's because when your girl signs up, or your guy, because there is men's roller derby out there, signs up to play roller derby, you basically lost her to the derby.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like my championship ring from 2009 sits on where a wedding ring should go because I'm married to the derby. Derby comes first, all else is second.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you see in the future?
I see the Manic Attackers kicking some serious ass. I see the Fury looks like a powerhouse to beat this season. They are definitely, other than the Manics, of course, the team to beat. And the Double Crossers and the Hell's Bells have some really excellent fresh blood on their teams, fresh meat, if you will. Lots of promise on both those teams, but it's still really early on in the season, so it's hard to say where it's going to go. It's our first game of the season. But the second bout that you're going to see today is going to be what I like to think of as a preview of the 2010 Ivy King Cup Championship. I really, truly believe that the Manic Attackers will be facing the Fury for the finals.
Are those prophetic words? We will see. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
She's got a firm handshake, and I'll tell you, she could probably kick my ass. She probably could. Twice, yeah. So, for Val Capone and the Windy City Rollers here at the UIC Pavilion, this has been Elliot Serrano, and it's been Geek to Me.